the back,
Yeah.
please.
What did you do?
I don't know.
I'm trying to hold this.
I'm struggling.
I know.
Sorry, y'all.
Oh, you locked it.
Okay.
I need to get into
My bad.
that. Move your leg, please.
Okay. You have your blanket?
Yeah.
Oh.
Benny. This is so funny. I forgot to warn you because they don't have the they used to do a warning and then when you say start live, but they took that out away. I don't know why.
No, they have a warning.
With live with thingy?
They have the countdown.
No, before the countdown they used to do like you used to hit it and then it would be in a waiting room. And then you hit it again.
Oh, yeah, it fell and then I was live.
Not if I was live.
Mm-hmm.
Benny and the Jets. For anyone who's watching the replay, you can feel free to fast forward to when we get started. We're a little early today. Okay, do you want to come into the frame?
Yeah.
Come on in. The world is fine.
All right.
Chatty and Chioma. Boom, baby.
You like cheated?
Cheat what?
It tilts more towards me.
You want to be, so you're trying to say you want to be more in frame? I'm not cheating.
Or can we change the direction of
The what?
Yeah. All right.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We're going to just be a little early today. Just to get things on and poppin'.
It's like a minute. We got the bright lights. Hi, YouTube.
Hello, welcome in. It's time for Bonnets and
Bottles. Hey. Let's get a little bit judgmental. Oh.
We got bottles. We got our judgments. We got fun. Thank you to everyone who's joining. If you guys have any product questions, please feel free to pop them in the chat. But in 1 minute, we'll get started with the different bonnet and bottles. With the different AITA stories.
And thanks for joining. Be sure to like on both platforms. Likes, and subscribe if you love the content today. And if you want tonight, you also can request to join the live this evening and give us your opinion. We want to make this interactive. And if you haven't already, make sure that you grab yourself a bonnet. We have bonnets in our TT shop, and you also can find bonnets on the link below here on YouTube. So you can join us every Sunday evening, fighting off the scaries with bonnets and bottles.
I am back, Nakia. It is time for bonnets and bottles tonight. We got our bonnet. We got our bottles. We're having some fun. It's bonnets and bottles.
Let's go.
Okay. So I think so we are at 7:01, so we can get started. Oh, I also wanted to make sure our bonnets and bottles discount code was live because I completely forgot about this code. I think it's like BB. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's BB20 for bonnets and bottles. You get 20% off during the live. Okay, let me go ahead and put that in there. And that's actually perfect. Look at God. And let me type it in our YouTube chat. Gorgeous. So it's BB 20.
Hey, too cool. What's good?
Welcome into Bonnets and Bottles. It's BB 20. Boom, shakalaka. Boom, boom, dynamite. Hey, if you guys have any.
Oh, here, come on. The salon's closed.
What's closed?
Since the last time the hair came on.
Oh, the salon was closed, yeah, so I didn't get a chance to do my hair.
All right, YouTube crew. Shout out to y'all who are joining us here.
Welcome into the YouTube crew. We're about to start Bonnets and Bottles, where we read, actually, we should introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Chioma.
And I'm Uchenna.
And we're Cee Cee's Closet. So we have a show that we do here on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. called Bonnets and Bottles, where we read AITA stories from Reddit, and we judge while we wear our bonnets, and we sip on our bottles. Hey Jamie, thank you so much for joining. So we're in it to win it. I'm gonna get started with the first story.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, please feel free.
Hey guys.
So I know y'all both smell so good. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
10 out of 10.
Today was like a different kind of day though, because I did mango papaya body butter and peach oil. I was like,
so she's feeling very.
I love it. I love it.
Hey Ron. Okay.
She ain't drinking. All right.
Are you ready? Okay. Let's go. We're gonna start with one that's juicy.
So crazy.
We're starting with one that's juicy. Am I the a-hole for calling off my wedding after discovering my fiance has a secret child?
Mm-hmm.
I've been with my fiance, Heinzenberg. He's a BB fan. I don't know what that means. For 5 years, and we spent the whole 2024 planning our wedding. Things were perfect, or so I thought. After the new year, while helping him clean out his office, I stumbled upon a stack of old letters addressed to him.
Whoa.
I was so curious. I opened one and discovered they were from a woman claiming he was the father of her 7-year-old son.
Whoa.
At first, I thought it had to be a mistake. When I confronted him, he admitted that he had a brief relationship with the woman before we met, and that the child is his. Whoa. Ooh, Chile. He confessed that he'd known about his son for years, but chose not to tell me because he didn't want to complicate our relationship.
It's crazy.
He also claims he occasionally provides financial support, but he has no active involvement in the child's life. I was devastated. Not only did he keep such a massive secret, but his lack of involvement in his child's life made me question his character. I know that's right. I know that's right. I couldn't stop imagining what else he might be hiding. I told you that man could kill you. Despite loving him deeply, I decided to call off the wedding. I feel betrayed, and I can't imagine building a life with someone who would keep something so significant from me.
So crazy.
He's begging me to reconsider, saying he's ready to be open about everything and involve his child in our lives. I still can't shake the feeling that trust is broken beyond repair. Am I the a-hole for calling off the wedding? Or should I just give him another chance? Baby, run. Run. Run as fast as you can from that man.
Because my thing is like, if he could lie about that, like, what else could he lie about? A whole human being.
A whole child. Ooh, we got comments everywhere. The girlies have things to say. Hi, Tomcat, welcome. You said that cannot be real, girl. You know what? I'm gonna say this: the truth is stranger than fiction. The truth is stranger than fiction. You might want to think that it is. But yeah, no. We're good, Oliver. Thank you so much for joining. And I'm having a splash of tequila with some juice. Okay, let me see what's going on here. What's going on in the chat? What are these? Cause honey, girl, he didn't think keeping a big secret wouldn't complicate the relationship. Thank you. Like what, sir? You gonna hide a whole human being? Cause what's gonna happen when he has a sweet 16? What's gonna happen when he get 18? What's gonna happen when you suddenly at the wedding? What you gonna tell her? You just gonna pretend? Nah, that's crazy.
Insane.
That's what I said. Listen, a man like that can kill you. Chatty, why didn't you introduce your sister to her future husband when you met him? I'm done. Bye, Jamie. Okay. Kyra said, nah. Jamie said, not the a-hole. Definitely not the a-hole. Hey, Brittany, welcome. Wow, you don't want to complicate your relationship. He was hiding a whole human being. Brad, right?
A whole human
being. He didn't think keeping a big secret. I don't even know what he was thinking about, but clearly. Run, he had a chance. That's my thing. Because my whole thing, Felicia, see, this is my big problem. He had years to say. He had this child. He knew about the child for years. They've been together for 5 years. Cinco. 5 years. That's almost as long as that boy's life. Yeah? Because the boy is 7. And he didn't think, because I can understand not saying it, like, if you're not involved in child life, maybe he didn't know in year 1. But as soon as you found out, if you knew that this girl was endgame for you, you need to tell her. Come on now.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling this guy. He's a walking red flag.
Nakia said, lie about everything. It's the truth.
Hey, Brittany, shout out to you in your bonnet.
Brittany said she got her bonnet on for Bonnets and Bottles. I love it. I got stories, but oh my God, Nakia said, see, Oliver, I told you it could be real, because Nakia, she known a man like that. She said, I'm from Brooklyn, so honestly, yeah. But very dangerous. I heard another one of these where the bio mom had gotten into an accident and the dad had to take full custody. You never know. You literally never know. This man is scary. Definitely run. Yup, he is crazy. Run for the hills, Kyra, as fast as you can. It's not like he found out. See, it would have been one thing if he found out super late too. Like, I could forgive him if he just found out, but a stack of letters, and he kept those letters too, so he knew he was gonna need the evidences later. He knew he was gonna have to do something with it. He kept that stack of letters. Nuh-uh. Ain't no way. Hi, Beauty is her name. Welcome to Bonnets and Bottles. He said, I went through some, but when I was younger, now you can't play me, girl. She didn't give their ages, but all I know is that I hope she headed for the hills and she never turned back, because that's a man that could kill you right there. A liar for real. Tomcat, everyone is welcome here. If you want to get a bonnet too, you can join in on the fun.
Get a bonnet.
Everyone's welcome here.
Get
Tomcat.
a bonnet and have fun.
And the code is BB20, and the website is Cee Cee's Closet. Cee Cee's Closet, NYC.com. And it's BB20 for 20% off per. Okay, next. You said I have a bottle full of Korean tea. Love that for you. This is my Korean tea.
Korean tea sounds delish.
Love it. Okay. Let's see. This one's gonna be interesting. Ooh. Am I the a-hole for telling my mom that just because she works and pays the bills doesn't mean she can stop with her motherly duties? Yo, Jet Alpha could kill me. No way.
So funny.
No way. I, 16 female, live with my mom and stepdad. My twin sister, my little brother, my little sister, and my older brother for the time being. I cook, I clean, I make sure my 8-year-old sister and my 14-year-old brother and my 16-year-old twin sister are all up for school. Why does this kid wake herself up? Are all up for school in the morning. And on top of all that, I work and I go to school myself. Ooh. Yesterday, I told my mom that I need a mental health day because I literally do everything, and she looked at me like I had 3 heads. And told me, what do I do? And I just got so mad. I snapped back. I packed a bag, and I left the house. I stayed at my boyfriend's house for like 3 days. Dang, okay.
Sheesh, they got agency.
That's very different. I didn't answer a single text or call or anything. Okay, girl. Sounds to me like, okay. I just needed a day for myself, and after 3 days were up, I went home, and there was a mess everywhere. My room was a mess, the kitchen was a mess, the living room was a mess, everything. And the first thing my mom told me when I walked in the house was to clean it up. I yelled at her and told her that just because you work and you pay the bills doesn't mean you can stop with your motherly duties. I shouldn't be taking care of everybody in the house and then myself. I'm only 16. She said, you're the older sister, and you should be doing this stuff anyways. I told her that I'm a twin and there's other people in the house that can clean up and do all that other stuff. So am I the a-hole? You know what? I feel like she is suffering from being a parentified child, and I can sympathize with her. Because when I first read it, I was just like, oh, this girl needs some home training. Gotta send her to school. But you know what? I think the mom is relying on her a little bit too much. I think that there are other kids in the house. Every kid should have responsibilities and be helpful in terms of making sure that the home is a home that's a good place to be. So I feel like she does have a point. Staying at your boyfriend's house for 3 days is crazy. And then the fact that the mom let her back into the house after that is even more wild to me. But you know, we're here to judge whether or not she's the a-hole for saying that her mom shouldn't slack on being a mom. And I actually don't think she is.
I don't think that she is the a-hole, but I think that she could work on the communication a bit. I think for me the issue is that it's kind of hard for her being just like an older sister to delegate the tasks, and it seems to me like the chores and the responsibilities need to be split amongst the children in the home. Because I don't even think that she's necessarily saying that the mother should do everything on her own. It sounds like to me like she just wants her siblings to take on some responsibility, because I do feel like in a house it shouldn't be on any person. It shouldn't just be on a mother. It shouldn't just be on one child. I think it's like as a collective they should be working to make the home hospitable for everyone who lives in it.
Exactly. I think that everyone should be contributing to the betterment of their home for sure. So I don't think she's the a-hole. She can definitely work on her communication skills. Why are you yelling at your mama? But not the a-hole for her feelings. She said, I would have turned around and left right back. Sonia, you know what? Yeah. That's a parentification, and it's a type of child neglect. The mom is wrong. Yeah, I agree. The mom is definitely wrong with having that parentified child for sure. A lot of that happens in real life. It's true, but I feel like you should always be able to I feel like I don't think that kids should just sit at home and not do things. I feel like if you're old enough to contribute, you should contribute to making your home a pleasant place to be in, because it also teaches you responsibility, teaches you to clean up after yourself, and I do think that some type of responsibility is necessary for children to have, so that they can just learn to contribute early to society. You don't end up raising vagabonds.
Yeah,
ain't nobody want that.
But I also feel like, honestly, I feel like I'm really big on people and organizations and groups running as a collective, and it's so much easier to on everyone if we all contribute. So for example, when I was in high school, this is so funny because I was definitely 16 when I did this. But when I was in 16, I did this semester program where it was all about learning about New York City and the history and the literature and all that stuff. But we had a special dorm house for us kids and the adults, and it's just you wouldn't have this every week, but once a week it would be a rotational schedule. You would have composting, you would have cleaning, you would have raking leaves and stuff.
It's like a chore wheel.
And then you would make breakfast, because we had to have our own breakfast, because for some reason we can't have breakfast in the cafeteria. So I don't know, but we would make breakfast, but it was just kind of great that it was shared responsibility, because had it all been on one of us or a certain particular group of us, it would have just been really overbearing and really challenging to maintain. So sharing responsibilities is just it's healthy.
Yeah, for sure.
No, rent comment's hilarious.
Which one? Of course, the mom let her back at the house. If she didn't, she would have to clean up after her own. It's true.
It's true.
And not the a-hole for calling out the mom. I don't think so. She's not an a-hole. She's 16. If this was a 36-year-old, it'd be a different story.
I mean, even at 36, I'd be pissed.
If I'm not the only one living in there, if everyone else is living there and I'm cleaning up after everybody, listen, if I'm not getting paid, I'm not the maid. Sorry.
Because I feel like if a mother was lashing out about this, I would be empathetic as well. Like a grown mother.
A lot, particularly to the oldest daughters, they lose their childhood raising siblings. It's true.
Tell me about it.
Hey, Fawn. Welcome in, welcome in. No, it's true. It's true. It's true. Being an oldest daughter is definitely tough. Being a daughter can be really difficult. And I think that we want to make sure that we raise our kids to have like shared responsibility. Teaching responsibility is fine. Expecting a 6-year-old to be the parent is unreasonable. Agreed, Sonia. Agreed.
But in terms of like the getting the kids up for school, so we don't know what time the mom's job starts or what schedule that she has, and maybe that's just like.
Yeah, no, I think that's not what I don't have an issue with, because I was a light monitor. I turned off all the lights, made sure all the lights in the house were off, so that there was no lights on before after bed, you know. And also, I'm an early riser. If my mom had been like, "Oh, Sherman, it's your job to make sure everyone woke up," and also I would have fun doing it too. Be like, get up. But anyways, but I think that having her do all of the cleaning and do all the cooking, I don't think that's acceptable at all.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Let a child be a child. They should not be paying your bills. They're an adult. Teach them to save. I think that children should be children. Like, I don't think she should have all of the responsibility, but I do think that kids need to have some type of responsibility, because at the end of the day, you can't just put someone into the world at 18 and be like, go off and do things. Like, there has to be building blocks for that, right? So if you know that you have weekly responsibilities, that's what helps you be able to keep up your responsibilities as an adult. Like, that's the building blocks of like having a contributing person in society. So I don't think you should just be expected to like just chill. Like, I think you should contribute to your home. You should contribute to like the running of your home. I think that you should be a part of it, because like at the end of the day, you benefit from it. And I think that shared responsibility makes for good citizens. It makes for good people. And also, anyone, like, when I was in college, I met this one girl who could not do nothing for herself. And when I tell you I had never been so annoyed with a human in my entire life, never met a more useless human being. I'm not going to name no names, but her mama could have done some work. She was so useless. Like, I never met such a useless person. During my time at Starbucks, I was amazed at how many times I'd have to teach a younger person. I came in after and was ready, but I'm triggered. I feel you, girl. No, it's all good. Yeah. You came in after this was red. No worries. The most basic housekeeping tasks: sweeping, mopping, changing, and taking out trash. No, it's like you need to teach your kids these things. Like, your kids need to be able to they need to be able to function as adults in society. Like, they need to be able to function as adults. So I think that there has to be some kind of responsibility. And like, because we're not really investing in home economics anymore, somebody got to teach them.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the issue. Like, I would say there has to be some balance. It can't be. I feel like having overworked children isn't good, but also having like kids who like
don't do anything,
don't know how to do anything, or like just sit around. That's also not good either.
Because she also never mentioned her father in this whole thing. So I don't know if the father is present. I don't know if the father is present at this time. So we don't know what all's going on, because she also says that her mom pays the bills, so it sounds like there might not be a father in the home. And if you're a single parent, you are going to need that support in terms of making sure that you can have like a home that's pleasant to live in. So that's what I'm saying here. But it sounds like she just be working and paying the bills. Right, and I think that's what she said all the mom does. She works and pays the bills. Okay. So I'm gonna go on to the next one. Thank you so much for joining, Kimberly. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, and then this is another one. This is a relationship one. Hi, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to Bonnets and Bottles. Am I the a-hole for refusing to return gifts from my ex-boyfriend after our breakup? After reading the title, my answer is no, but let's see. I, 18 female, recently ended a year-long relationship with my ex-boyfriend, 21 male. Okay. During our time together, he gave me several gifts, including a necklace and a bracelet. After our breakup, my ex contacted me requesting that I return all the gifts he had given me during our relationship. He mentioned that since we're no longer together, it's only fair that I give them back. I was taken aback by his request, as I believed gifts were given without the expectation of return. I politely declined his request, stating that I consider the item to be gifts and I didn't think it was necessary to return them. He became upset, accused me of being selfish and disrespectful. Our mutual friends have weighed in with mixed opinions. Some agree with me, while others believe I should return the items to avoid further conflict. Am I the a-hole for refusing to return the gifts my ex-boyfriend gave to me during our relationship?
Ooh, this is a tricky one.
Here's how I feel about it. I think that he's actually the a-hole for asking for them back. Cause was he buying gifts that he couldn't afford at the time? Cause I'm not sure what he wants to do with them. What he wants to give them to the next girl? Like, what's he gonna do with the necklace and the bracelet? It's not like he can return them. So what he want to gift them to somebody?
Yeah, he is being an a-hole.
That's freaking weird. The a-hole is him. He is the a-hole. I think her saying I don't want to give it back, maybe she want to keep them for sentimental value. Maybe it was like something that was on her wish list that he bought for her that she really wanted. But it has value to her.
You gave it to me, it's mine.
But it is that, I mean, also the law also agrees with her. He gave it to her, it's hers. But not the a-hole in my opinion. But I think it's very weird and it's very suspicious that he's asking for them. So I'm like, what you gonna do, give them to the next girl? Because it's not like you can return them. They've been together for a year. You said, hello, that ninja was probably out of his league. It's true. She was out of his league. I love how she said, when she said I politely declined, that's how I knew she was my type of girl.
So weird.
She said, I politely declined. She said, she's 18, he's 21, clearly immature. Yeah, I was looking at the age gap, and I was like, I'm like 17-year-old, like a 20-year-old going after to date a 17-year-old is just weird to me, in my opinion. But you know, they could be also lifelong friends. Maybe they grew up together. I don't know. But that was also strange. But that's neither here nor there. That's not what the story was about. I'm glad she kept the gifts. I hope she said ha 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 too as she walked away with them. Not the a-hole. What you thinking?
I don't think she's the a-hole.
Okay. All right.
Everyone that you've read has been reasonable so far this evening.
You know, we got some reasonable people in here. But this one, now we're going to venture into birthday dinners.
Oh, Lord.
It's the birthday. Am I the a-hole for asking my friend to leave my birthday dinner because she made the entire night about her? My immediate answer is no, but let's find out. So I, 28-year-old female, just had my birthday dinner last weekend. I invited a close group of friends to a nice restaurant, and everyone was in a good mood until my friend Claire, 29 female, arrived. For some context, Claire, 29 female, has always had a bit of a dramatic streak, but never thought she'd pull something like this. The night started off great, but the moment Claire walked in, she sighed loudly and said, "Oh, sorry, I almost didn't make it. It's been such a terrible day."
Oh, God.
Naturally, we asked her what happened because, well, we're decent people. She launched into a story about her ex texting her, how work has been draining her, and how she's just been feeling really emotionally fragile right now. At first, I was sympathetic. Everyone has bad days. But as the night went on, she kept steering the conversation back to herself. Ooh.
I don't like that.
Ooh, Chile. Someone would try to talk about something lighthearted, and like their new job or a recent trip, and Claire would somehow find a way to turn it into something about her struggles. Oh, you went to Italy? That must be nice. I can't even afford a vacation because I'm paying for therapy. Oh my God, that is actually the most psychotic sentence. Like, what? That's insane. Okay. Or, you got a promotion? Must be nice to have your life together.
That's so good.
Claire is unwell. But by the time dessert came, I was barely holding it together. I didn't want to make a scene, but I was frustrated that my birthday dinner had become Claire's pity party. I quietly asked her if we could maybe focus on something more positive, and she rolled her eyes and said, "Wow, sorry I'm not cheerful enough for you on your special day."
It's crazy.
That was it for me. I calmly told her that if she was upset, that if she was that upset and needed support, maybe she should call it a night and head home. She got really defensive and said I was being insensitive and stormed out. The rest of the evening was fine after that, but the damage was done. Now Claire is texting our mutual friend saying that I humiliated her and that I was just being honest about her feelings. Some friends think I was justified. Other friends think I should have let it slide because Claire is just like that. Honestly, I didn't think I did anything wrong. Who hijacked someone's birthday dinner like that? Also, am I the a-hole for asking her to leave my birthday dinner? Absolutely not. Claire was out of control. Because my whole thing is this, Claire, you having a bad day, you could just not show up to a birthday dinner. Because if you can't afford a trip to Italy, you might not be able to afford a trip to Italy either, to the dinner. So why'd you go to the dinner? Because also she stormed out, she didn't play. What? Security, get her up out of here. Claire needs a new therapist. That one ain't cutting it, right? Okay, out of here. Not fun with the popcorn. I'm here for it. Claire sounds like she needs attention, like she likes attention. Claire sounds like she likes so much attention, like the dramatic side. The, oh, you went to Italy. It must be nice to be able to afford nice things. Girl, why you at dinner? You can't afford it. You could have texted a happy birthday. That's free. Well, I mean, you gotta pay for it. But that's it.
She sounds jealous and weird.
The drama. Her energy the whole day. She said, no ma'am, she would have stayed home, but she was seeking an outlet. She went out about it the wrong way. The wrong way. I was like, what Claire sounds to me like she need a stiff drink and a friend. But like I was like, she gotta have a friend outside the group. You gotta know sometimes some events weren't meant for you in that time. You're not in the season for that event. And you go about your merry way. Claire baby, leave the dramatics somewhere else. Also, especially not on my birthday, because if it was my birthday, after the first time I would have been like, if you ain't got nothing but happy birthday, tell me how beautiful I am. If that's not the next words coming out your mouth, you can leave.
That's real.
You can go. Not at my birthday dinner. Keep the conversation fun. Thank you guys. Keep running it up. Run up those likes, comments, and shares. Okay. All right. Let me see the next one. This one is a lot. Thank you guys. You would not even have to do it. Chatty would have escorted her out. Chatty would have said, Miss Claire, ma'am. Ma'am, you need to go. Adios, amigo.
Adios.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for refusing to invite my sister to my birthday unless she apologizes? This is gonna be British tea because they spelled apologize wrong. It's my 36th birthday. I was supposed to spend it with my family. I wanted a simple celebration, watch a movie, eat something nice. However, there was an issue with my little sister, 26 female. Oh, I already know they don't get along. They're 10 years apart. Okay. Flashback. Some months ago, my sister and I had an argument regarding the shared space of the family house. It got out of hand and she insulted me. Not worth repeating, and just leave it that she called me very nasty things.
Nasty.
I said it is valid to have disagreements regarding the shared space of the family home. However, I don't allow disrespect towards me as a person. Fair enough. Mother tried to flip it into a you both said things. That's like the little sister getting little sistered. Despite being angry, I specifically refrained from calling my sister names too, because I knew that in the aftermath it would become a, but she called me names too. So no, I did not call her names. She called me nasty things and I did not. I brought up the subject some other day and saying that I deserved an apology. She said that she didn't feel like apologizing and that my mother supported her. Ooh. So back to my birthday, I said I would only accept her at my birthday celebration. I would only accept people at my birthday celebration, people who respected me, and there was no place at my table for people who think it's okay to insult me. My mother said, talk to your sister, but I couldn't because she had blocked my number and social media. So my mother decided to invite her anyway and play pretend that we were a happy family and accused me of disturbing the family unit. She insisted that my sister is part of the family and she should not be excluded. I got very angry because my mother completely disregarded me trying to set boundaries regarding respect. I wouldn't allow my boyfriend to disrespect me, so why would I allow my family? Speak on it. My mother got absolutely ravenous about it, and she shouted at me, turning me into the villain real quick. My mother never questioned if my sister was wrong. to have called me names. Quite the opposite. My mother defended her right to not apologize, and if she didn't feel like apologizing. So I said maybe I didn't feel like having people who insulted me at my birthday celebration.
That's fair.
So my mother said that in that case there would be absolutely no celebration. My sister came around anyway. We discussed it. Half admitted she disrespected me by saying that I provoked her, and that was a narcissistic half apology. She never admitted anything wrongdoing, but rather just tried blaming me for her behavior. I said it's like an abusive husband saying, I wouldn't have hit you if you didn't provoke me to hit you. You know what? She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Then my mother proceeded to dump evidence against me as if I was on trial. She brought up everything I had ever done wrong. That one time 15 years ago, you also insulted someone. Officially, I am the bad guy for attempting to break the sacred family union, and apparently I deserve to be insulted. There's no birthday celebration at all, and my mother said that I could forget about not only the celebration, but any gifts or the fact that anything from her ever again. So what do you think? Am I the a-hole? Nah, your mama's babying that girl too much. That girl, she could kill somebody. I don't like her. I don't like her at all. The disrespect is crazy. How are they still friends with her? Kyra, that's my question too. Bye, Claire. So I'm here for it, Brad. I don't know why all these comments came in so late. You said, well, I don't need a crystal ball to guess who the favorite child is, right?
Exactly.
Like, the mom she wasn't even trying. Because I know that if I called my sister out her name, my mom would have been like, you need to say sorry to your sister. Like, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. Not Jamie said Aaron Pierre would never. I'm done. Bye-bye, family. Nah, but honestly, that mom, the playing favorites is too much. Also, playing in her daughter's face like that. But you know what? They want to be petty. I can be petty too. She got a man. She got a boo. They can go ahead and have their own little celebration. I will literally invite everybody in the family. I invite daddy too. Mom and sister can hang out together. They don't need to be there. They don't need to come. And we go somewhere real nice too. They don't need to be there. Be petty with it. Be petty with it. Be petty with it. Yeah. These ones are actually, I'm gonna say, these ones are pretty good. Their stories are juicy, but these people are really not a-holes. They really out here living their life right. They're living right. The other people around them though, they could use some help. All right. Next, am I the a-hole for not offering to host my niece's baby shower? I am the one in my family who hosts get-togethers, holidays, graduation parties, showers, etc. I'm an event planner and I own a small event hall, so it just makes sense. Plus, I genuinely enjoy it. My side of my family is huge. Lots of siblings and kids. I have always offered up my event hall and planning for their use, even though it comes at a cost for my business. My niece, now 25 female, we can call her Mary, has taken me up on that 3 times in the past for her post-elopement party, and 2 baby showers. For each of those, she gave me no direction, just said, do whatever you want. So I did, trying to keep her in mind. At her first baby shower, she turned up 30 minutes late, in raggedy sweats, stayed long enough to eat and gather up the presents, then left. Oh no.
That's so crazy.
Oh no. Ooh, chill it. See, this is why you can't give people nice things. Okay. Ooh, chill it. No thank yous offered. She just took the presents and left. She didn't say thank you.
Shit, right.
My brother and sister-in-law, her parents, made excuses, saying that the pregnancy was very rough, and so we made allowances for that. Okay. At her post-elopement dinner, again, she showed up late, stayed on her phone the whole time, ate, and left. Again, no thank yous. When my mother commented on that, my brother said that she was going through some newlywed stress as an excuse.
Okay.
So this girl ain't never happy. So this, she need to be trying to school at home training. Cause what?
You should at least show some form of gratitude.
And then also her parents not turning her back into the room to go and say thank you to their family is crazy. But you know what? It sounds to me like her brother kind of eight-ish, because how you raising a child like that? That's crazy. Okay. Then we go. Her second baby shower started the same way. When she asked me to gather up all the presents so that she could leave, I suggested that she stay and open them so that everyone could enjoy seeing what was given. She scoffed and said, "I don't want to stay at these little parties any longer than I have to." So I gathered up the presents
She
and
said
decided.
what?
She said, "I don't want to stay at these little parties any longer than I have to."
Oh, absolutely not. Get someone else to do it.
She said,
Get someone else to do it.
You know what?
Because of lack of gratitude, she just ungrateful.
So I gathered up the presents and decided not to offer my little parties to her in the future. Fast forward to her sister's wedding shower. We had a delightful time, even though Mary had done the usual, eat and then leave without offering to help or just to be there for her sister. My brother and I are loading up the presents when he mentions that Mary's expecting again, and when can I host her shower. I told him that I won't be offering this time around and why. He was taken aback and said that he was surprised that I was letting that comment get under my skin, but whatever, my choice. The next day, I got an irate call from Mary. I reminded her that she said that she didn't care for my parties, so why would she want it anyway? It turns out that she got rid of all of her baby supplies and needed a shower to get the presents. You know what?
She needs to go.
You can't hate the player, you gotta hate the game.
She needs to be blocked.
Mary! I told her to post her registration online. I'm sure people would help her out. She got angry and hung up. Then my brother calls and said I'm being childish. I told him that if he wants a shower, he can pay for it. Tell him.
I know that's right.
And gave him the standard quote and the event cost. He just sputtered and said that they'd have somebody else host. The family's divided on this one. I still feel like I'm not being unreasonable. Am I the a-hole?
No, do not let these mofos take you for granted. Block, 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 block. You better cut off that gravy train. Okay, you better cut off that gravy train.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm cracking up. Okay. My mom loves them too. What is this? So my mom tried your oils and she's saying, "Oh my god, I'm so soft and not ashy." I'm so happy, Nakia. Yay! I love that. I said not too much, Mom. I'm done. But you know what? I feel that. My mom and dad would have laid me out if someone did all that for me and I didn't even say thank you.
Exactly.
That is what I'm saying. Like, what are her parents like? What? Nuh-uh. Like the way. Also, my parents. I don't even think my parents would let that person host for me again if I acted like that. They would have been like, you know what? You don't need to host for her. She don't need it. That's crazy. Kyra said, nope. Nah, man. Write her off. She said, I need help. Nope. How's the family divided? Like what? It's very clear cut. It's very clear cut. Because my whole thing is not only is she rude, she was not only rude in her actions, she was also rude to her face. She said, I don't like your little parties. I'm not trying to stay at your little parties any longer than I need to be.
It's just like,
my little what? Your daddy cannot afford the cost of my little party.
I just feel like there's a difference between you do someone a favor and someone take you for granted. They absolutely take her for granted. And the fact that she threw out them baby supplies and now she only wants the party just to get more supplies, that is disgusting. I don't even see why. You know what she needs? She needs a little shindig in a living room somewhere. Mm-hmm. So in her living room, you know, and you know, she can sit there and then she cannot engage with anybody and show up in sweats and then
do that over there.
Do that over there.
Do that over there, not over here. Block until there's no more blocks left. Exactly. I liked Chen's song too. When is this block song gonna be on Spotify, right? I'm here for it. I might steal that clip and use that.
Oh, block, 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 blockity block.
Hey, that girl needs a party in the park like we had when I was young and broke. Girl, she don't deserve nothing. Cause I'm honestly and truly she does. Cause how she said she don't want to be around for the little party, but she want to be around for the little party's presents. That's crazy to me. Like, how can you be so ungrateful? Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Two, mm-mm. Mm-mm. But you know what? Sometimes people just need to show you who they are, and you gotta believe them. Oh, thank you so much for the compliment, Abraz. If you have any questions or if you have any commentary from the stories that we're reading, feel free to let us know in the chat. Okay, on to the next one. More crazies in the sea. You said that will come back and get her, karma, right? You know what, Jill? Karma will come back and get her, but sometimes you gotta do stuff yourself too. Like, she said what she said, and these are the consequences of her actions. Like, I think that's like the biggest issue with society today is that people just don't wanna. People love to do what they wanna do, but they don't love to deal with the consequences of their actions. You are bad. You're not a great family member. There are consequences to your actions. You act ungrateful. People stop giving you stuff. Consequences, action, consequences. Come on, let's. Anyways, on to the next one. Thank you so much for joining, you guys. Okay, am I the a-hole? In-laws paying for sister-in-law's wedding, but they barely put anything towards ours, and it's breaking my brain. Ooh, Chile. Hi, Elias. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so over a year ago, my husband and I got married. We had a very simple wedding. We just didn't want a big fuss, but it was still not cheap. Not a cheap day, around 5,000 in all, 5,000 pounds, with the outfits, the meals, accommodations. That's pretty cheap. My dress was off the rack, $300. My husband's outfit was $500. We didn't ask my parents to buy these for us. My parents offered to pay for transport, half the drinks bill, and they got us a lovely wedding gift. Okay, so her parents paid. My husband's parents offered and paid for our flowers and our two sons' shoes for the day, around 500 pounds total. They did not buy us a wedding gift. Okay. My husband earns a good wage, so to be honest, we didn't need any money contributing. We didn't want anyone else having to pay for something we wanted to do. However, my sister-in-law is now getting married, and it seems like they're paying a lot for her day. A 3,000 pound dress, $3,000 accommodations, meals. She and her fiance are high earners. Fiance is an airline captain. They will have more spare money than us as they are child free. Yet my in-laws always seem to treat her like she's not as well off as my husband. Over the years, has really wound me up too. They bought her fancy gadgets to contribute and contributed to cars for her.
That's crazy.
I'm so proud of my hubby for working hard and not needing their support, but it just seems like favoritism and it's really annoying me. I just CBA to be around it. I don't know what that means. I might have missed that internet speak anymore, and I just don't feel like going to a wedding because I just know they'll get them a fancy wedding gift and that will just upset me. When my children get married, if they're both in the same financial situation, then I'll help them both equally. I'm so peeved at my sister-in-law. She said they just wanted a low-key affair, yet she's happily getting her parents to pay thousands out of their day when they have the money. Or if they didn't have the money, why choose something they couldn't afford? Should I be this annoyed or is this jealousy? I would not change my wedding day. It was perfect and ultimately a wedding that just one day is spending thousands of dollars on one day seems ludicrous to me. I'm just annoyed that they don't see a wedding day the same as I do. I think that the person who's speaking actually is the a-hole. And this is why I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, I think that she said that she wanted a low-key affair. She said she didn't want these things. She didn't need them. And she was happy at the time when she didn't think that they were on offer. And she feels jealous that the parents are giving more money to their other child, who she is perceiving as having more money than them. If the brother is older, like, he also has had a longer time to be earning money, first of all. I don't know what the age gap is between these people. The second thing is, I think in most customs, in most traditions, it's usually customary for the bride's family to pay for the wedding. So if she got the wedding that she wanted, I don't see why the sister can't get the wedding that she wants. their definition of a low-key affair could be two different things. And then thirdly, babe, it's not about you. Like, this wedding day is just not about you. Like, I don't know why you care so much. Like, it's very weird. It's very weird. And then also, if she asked for support in these things, whereas her husband wasn't asking for support in these things, then like that's what it is. Like, I don't know. She seems a bit weird. So it isn't. So isn't she their daughter-in-law? She is their daughter-in-law. That's why I'm like, she's very weird. I don't think the wedding is a problem. I think it's the history of unequal treatment. I think yes and no, but at the end of the day, like, I think that there's like we don't know, like, because she's making a lot of assumptions about how much money that they have as a couple. Then she's also saying like, oh, like, we have kids and they didn't have kids, so they have more spare money than me. So that's fair enough. But we also know that, like, it sounds to me like her and the husband weren't asking for help. So if you're not asking, because like she's like, oh, they contributed to this girl's cars. Did your husband ask them to contribute to the cars, or did they like not? Like, so that's why I'm just like kind of like feeling like, I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I think she needs to calm down. Like, I think this is very weird behavior. And like you said that you were perfectly happy with the wedding that you got, then why do you care about the wedding that this girl's getting? It's not your wedding. Like, it's really not. But it's not her family and not her parents, so she should chill. Like, exactly. Her wedding is said and done though. They're married, so what does it matter? Like, thank you, Jill. Like, I was like, she's acting very weird. Because it sounds to me like she's not happy with the wedding that she had, and now that she knows that there could have been better, she wants, or now that she knows that there was space for more, she wishes that she got more. That's what it sounds like to me, honey.
Why is she even comparing the weddings?
That's another great question. Great question. She was like, "Oh, they bought the shoes for my son. It was only 500 pounds. What type of shoes are 500 pounds? Those are some expensive shoes for some children.
500 pounds of shoes is crazy.
Like, that's literally like almost $700 worth of shoes for two little boys who gonna grow out of them shoes. That's crazy. But that's just me. The daughter-in-law is wanting the same treatment as the daughter. Also weird, because she was like, oh, well, like, I feel like they didn't treat their son equally. Like, if he did not ask for these things, if he didn't ask for the help, he's not gonna get it. I think you hit the nail on the head, She. Like, it's true. I'd rather have a nice home than a nice wedding. And I think that that's fair, Jill. I'd rather have both. Like, I'm trying to have fun. I was like, I'm gonna be very Nigerian with my wedding situation. Very Nigerian about it. So trust, if I need a check for my parentals, I'm gonna get that check. I'm gonna ask for it. They can say no. But I'll remind them about all the pressure they put on me to get married. All the pressure they put on me to get married. So it's time to pay the piper. He said, and Aaron will be able to pay for it. Yes, he will, but I'm still going to ask my daddy for a check. Because the number of, Chuma, where's your husband, that I've gotten, I need to be compensated. I need to be compensated. Oh my God, y'all, I'm just joshing you. You said, yes, She, and I need an invite too. You already know. All the glowies come through. It's gonna be lit. She said, I'm taking the check on all of those years of pressure. Girl, yes, I am. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a party. You already know. It's about to be a weekend-long affair. 3 days minimum. I say everyone should start saving now. Okay. All right, y'all. So we're gonna do one last story for tonight. It's our last story for Bonnets and Bottles. But thank you guys so much for coming through and making it such a fun party. I really appreciate it. We're gonna do our last story. I'm gonna make sure that I have the products on the flashy flash for you guys. If you guys have any product questions, go ahead and pop them in the chat. We've got the bonnets, our silk lined bonnets. We have our satin pillowcases, and we have our fabulous satin lined beanies. You can get 20% off with the code BB20 on the SITE, and then we got the flashes jumping in the orange shopping cart. And then we're going to go ahead and go in with the last story. And then this code BB20 only lasts while we're live. So if you're seeing the playback later, sorry, baby, you don't work no more. But next time, make sure you make it to Bonnets and Bottles Sundays at 7 p.m. right here at Cee Cee's Closet. Okay? All right. So the last story. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Boom, boom, boom. The last story. Okay, am I the a-hole for telling my brother he created his own mess and not our dad? Ooh.
Yikes.
My dad never dated or remarried after my mom died, and he raised my brother, 42 male, and I, 42 male, as a single parent. We were 1 and 3 when our mom passed away, for context. Oh, that's so sad. I'm so sorry. Dad always talked about mom being his one and only, and how he felt no desire to find another partner, and how he found happiness in life without someone else. To this day, he still has no regrets with the decision he made to stay single. He said every widowed person's journey is different, though, and always there should be no shame in either because people are different. This dad seems incredible. Incredible, so emotionally mature. This is very much giving Lifetime movie, y'all. It's giving Lifetime movie. My brother ended up losing his first wife 5 years ago, and last year he got remarried. He had 3 kids with his first wife who are 14, 13, and 11. And they're upset because their dad didn't remain loyal and even remarried. My brother always told his kids he was glad our dad hadn't found someone else. And how he wanted to follow in his footsteps. And now he's the person to aspire to be like because everyone should be that loving and devoted to their spouse. Ooh, Chile. He really was digging that grave, man. That's crazy. The kids are civil to the wife, but they made it very clear that they don't want to be around her and they don't approve of the marriage. My brother ignored it until after the marriage and now is trying to pin the blame on dad, saying that the expectations that he set expectations to begin with. My dad argued that he never expected anyone to make the decision that he had, and that he always said everyone's journey was their own. I stepped in and came to dad's defense with my brother, was ranting about this. I told him that he made this mess. He's the one who told his kids our dad was the way, and he's the one who made promises to them, not our dad. Speak on it. I asked him if he was still glad dad was so devoted to mom, and then he said yes without any hesitation. I pointed it out to him, and he said that his kids had hoped for the same. I said that it didn't mean that he was wrong to date again and remarry, but he created an expectation in the kids that he never would have brought them up to see it as that was the only way. My brother's response was that it wasn't fair to blame him and that he should be allowed to remarry if he wants, and he shouldn't be blamed for any of this when he never expected it to be so hard without his first wife, and how he never realized he'd be so lonely without a partner. He told my dad started all this, not him, and I told him dad is one to blame, that he's the one to blame these things on. Am I the a-hole? Absolutely not. Here's my thing. I think that in life, you can see things as admirable while still knowing that it's not the path for you. Yeah? I think that the dad spending, the last 40 plus years alone, and he was happy to do so because he said he had met the love of his life and he was fulfilled by raising his 2 boys. I think that's beautiful. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But not all people are like that. And I'm sure that this son aspired to be as awesome as his dad, but he probably didn't understand how difficult it probably was for his dad to be alone. And also he didn't understand how difficult it is to be lonely. And that's not everyone's portion. And I don't think it's wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with moving on and finding another partner. I've had a lot of Lifetime movies that have had me cry and be happy when that person found a new love to continue life with. But at the end of the day, the brother was the one who gave those kids all those expectations, and he's the one who couldn't live up to it. And I think that his real frustration lies in his own views of his own shortcomings. But I don't think that makes him a bad person. Not everyone is built to be alone. Some people are happy with other people, and that's okay. That's allowed. Do you have any thoughts?
I completely agree with you.
He said, I too am curious where my husband is. I'm done, Jamie. His dad is goals. No, I think it's so beautiful, but I also think that, like, also sometimes, like, I think, like, maybe they were just, like, such a perfect match that he's just like, I'm not gonna have another partner try to live up to the expectations that my first wife set up. So, like, I'm not trying to find another person. We don't even know all the full reasoning for it is. And it could be that this, like, he might have also loved his first wife a lot, but he might be someone who was open to loving somebody else too. You said consequences is not the same thing as fault. It's not anybody's fault, but this is a consequence. I think yes and no, because at the end of the day, I actually do think that the brother, the one who remarried, is at fault because he was the one setting up his father and his father's example as like the only way to be. Because it's very, very true that the father was very careful with how he chose his words. He always said like, hey, this is my choice. This is my choice for after losing a spouse, but there's no wrong choice in terms of what you do after you lose a spouse. He was very clear and very careful in that, and I think the brother was just like, yo, this is literally what our dad taught us, and you decided to only show his example, and you showed his example as the right way to be after you lose a spouse. So that was the expectation that your kids had, which I think is very, very fair. Very, very fair. We all have different paths in life. It's true. It's very, very true. Consequence of the expectation he created, not his fault that he changed. That's fair enough. Okay, I can see that. I'm here for it. But yeah, I think that, I think his kids have a right to be mad because he set them up to think that they were going to get the same experience that he got, where you just become your parents' undivided attention and you don't have to like contest with a new wife, a woman trying to be your mother. Because it's also like, I think he said it's 5 years, so they lost their mom pretty young as well. I think he said that they were 14. Like even you lose your mom at 9, like that's gonna be really traumatic. And you have a new woman come into your life and trying to start talking, like you might not want to be friends, and that's okay. That's allowed. That's allowed. That's allowed. Welcome in, everybody. We're wrapping up Bonnets and Bottles. The kids are kids. Definitely not their fault. The brother needs to step up and own what he did. Yeah, but I also am trying to figure out, like, why these kids are so surprised. Like, how you getting married to somebody who don't know your kids? You got 3 kids. Like,
that's crazy.
You ain't introduced them? Like, what else going on? Because I also think if you sit them down and be like, hey, I know I talk about this all the time, but like, I'm going to tell you I'm really sad. Like, I'm really sad right now, and I don't think I can be the best dad to you guys if I'm alone. Like, I feel like you have, like, I think sometimes people mistake, like, youth for, like, I think that they mistake, like, youth for, like, for, like, lacking empathy, but I think if you can have, like, a conversation with your kid and be like, hey, like, I'm really sad, like, I miss your mom, I'm always gonna love her, but I'm really sad on my own, and I would be happier with a partner. Like, I know I can be a better father to you and be a more present father for you with a partner than I am without one. And that's why I'm, like, looking for someone. I think that that's, like, a conversation you can have with your children. Most men will run to get another partner to help raise the kids and marry the dad. I think the dad is amazing for really sticking it out and raising his 2 sons on his own. And then also, but I also think that if he had decided to like go out and find love and like find partnership again, I don't think that would have made him a bad person either. Kids might have thought it wasn't gonna progress. Fair enough, but like I mean, when he put the ring on her finger, like what did they just elope? Like I'm trying to figure out what the timelines are because this don't make no kind of sense. Mm-hmm. So especially the older ones, if he had moved slower, they would understand better. Yeah, like I don't know how this timeline progressed. But I think that, like, yeah, like, I think his kids, I understand why they're upset. He set an unrealistic expectation that he himself couldn't meet, but I don't think he ever reset the expectations. And that's why there's so much misunderstanding.
That's right.
He says sometimes you can have combos with kids and they still want to believe something else. That's also fair enough. I don't know what conversations he's had with the children, but I don't think it's fair for him to be there blaming his dad for his children's reactions. When he's the one who set up, he set the stage. He set the table. He got to eat at it. Like that's just what it is. He said, we need more details in the story. We do need more details, but I don't think that the younger brother who's telling him not to blame the dad, I don't think he's the a-hole for saying it's not his dad's fault. He did create this. He created this experience for himself. Whew. You guys, if it's only been 5 years since his wife died, he moved fairly fast. Kids are just slowly. I don't know. I feel like half a decade's a long time. Because if it was within the first year, then I would have been like, bruh, did you kill her? Like, did you kill her? Like, cause that's weird. But I think 5 years later, like, if it took you because I don't know how long he was dating the girl, he was dating the woman that he ended up marrying. But if it took, I think that 5 years doesn't seem crazy to me. If it was anything shorter than that, I would have been like, if you dated somebody with kids, it takes a long time to blend a family, right? That's fair enough. I think that maybe he got to like the marrying part too fast, but I don't think it's wrong for him to have moved on in that time frame. Because if it was like, we're talking 2 years, then I'd be like, I would have lots of questions. But like 5 years seems pretty reasonable. Whew. You guys, thank you guys so much for a fabulous, and also 5 years is a long time when you're lonely. That's factual. Thank you guys so much for another fabulous Bonnets and Bottles. I hope y'all had as much fun as we did. Thank you for the great comments and the judgments. If you want to catch Bonnets and Bottles, catch any of the stories that you might have missed, we are going to upload it to our YouTube, so you'll be able to watch the replay on YouTube. You can skip the first part because we did have a couple technical difficulties at the beginning, but we got it together. I'm so thankful that you guys were able to hang out with us tonight. The code BB20 will be available until 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, January 26th. And after that, the code will no longer work. I appreciate you guys for coming through. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did. Thank you so much to my YouTube fam for joining, and you guys can watch the replay. Love you guys. Bye.